Finally, now it's recording. Like, I don't know why it's not reading this card, but anyways, finally it's recording. But it was a badass game. If you guys, that's one thing that I'm excited for living out here, is that I'm gonna be able to go to these games and just do different stuff like that. And shout out to everyone who said what's up to your boy. Like, if you see me, like, it was crazy how, like, these one girls were on the same row, literally on the same row, and they watch the stuff. So shout out to everyone who watches the stuff. I really do appreciate it. So let's get into the questions, because I know that's why you Sucias are here, and to see me. Come on, let's be honest. All right, so let's get into the first one. Would you ever do? Oh no, this one we already read. I forgot to delete it last time. If you guys didn't see that one, it's on the previous live. For 2 months, I've been having unprotected S with my husband and my. Oh, we actually read this one last time too. But so, if you got something from your husband and you guys never had an issue, something is going on. Like, he's probably stepping out of the relationship, because if he all of a sudden got an STD somewhere or got something, he probably got it from somewhere else. So he's probably cheating. So that's how a lot of people get caught. Actually, you're married, you're hooking up with your partner, and then out of nowhere, the girl gets an STD or something happens. Go to the doctor, get checked, and he probably cheated on you. Okay. I'm just saying, because there's no reason why he should have gotten an STD if you've never given him anything, or you're the one messing around. But I doubt that's how a lot of guys get caught. They get caught because they end up getting an STD. Like, if they don't get caught doing, like, fucking up somewhere else, they probably got some sort of STD, and especially if they're having multiple partners. So definitely go get checked. That's probably what's going on there. So. All right, so let me go to the next one. I had S with someone else before I got back together with my ex, and now every time we have S, it doesn't feel good anymore. It makes me feel guilty. I need advice. Now, this one, it could be because, I mean, you shouldn't feel guilty. I get where you're coming from, but you have to remember you guys were separated at a time, like, and I'm sure you wouldn't have felt great if you were, if you found out he was hooking up with somebody during that break too. But you didn't do anything wrong. You guys were separated. You hooked up with somebody else. But I think it's more that you're not really feeling this person anymore like that, because, thank you, Yuki. If you're not feeling him like that anymore, you know what I mean? Like, that connection's not there anymore, like it was before. It just could mean that you're not connecting with him, like, sexually like that. And that happens. Maybe you just got back together because it was comfortable. It could be something like that. It just depends. Like, it's, there's a lot of things that could happen there. He probably did the same thing. Probably, like, he could have probably hooked up with somebody else. But again, like, you're never going to know. I'm thinking more that it's, you probably don't connect with him on that level like you thought you would, especially when you went and tried something else, and you probably like that a little bit more. I get why you feel guilty. You may feel guilty because you enjoyed that more than you enjoy being with your current person. So it totally depends, just based off what you told me. Just that, again, there's a lot more that can go into it with more detail and stuff like that. It's just when you give me, like, brief cliff notes, I just go based off gut instinct. So something like that. So, all right. So next question. Oh, already read that one. In a poly relationship with a married man, best and S I've ever had. What do you think about poly relationships? Now, or poly, whatever you want to say. Is poly, is that the one where you have multiple partners? Like, I just want to make sure. Hold on. Let me look it up real quick. I just want to be 100% sure. Okay, more than one person at one time. That's kind of difficult because I'm more of a one woman person. Maybe some guys enjoy that. Maybe some guys enjoy being with multiple partners, but that's a lot of work, to be honest. And I mean, if you're doing it with everybody's consent, then I mean, if that's your thing, then go for it. But most of the time, it's not people's consent. I mean, depends. Like it's all different, right? But that's not me. Like, cause I wouldn't want the girl that I'm with to have multiple partners. You know what I mean? Like that should no. She's for me, and that's it. And it should be the same with you guys. And if you're not comfortable with that type of energy, then let them know. You know, let them be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good, dog. That's a no for me. Don't be afraid to say no. I'm not comfortable with it. That's just a lot of work. Like, I would rather spend all my time and energy and focus on one person than to try to, like, give time and energy to each person. It's just a lot of work, right? So I would just do that instead. And plus, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, maybe younger Edgar would probably be like, hell yeah, I'm down with that. But me now, like, especially how busy I am and the things that I do now, I'm more of like, I just need my person, and then that's it. Like, and hope, and finding the right person. And I'd rather just it be one person, because imagine like you find one and then you're like, all right, well, I need to add more. This one, like, it doesn't do it for me or something like that. So it totally depends. I'm more of a one woman person. I don't know about you guys. I saw the chat. Obviously, a lot of you guys agree with me on that one. So let's go into the next question. And it sucks because I can't play music, because IG, specifically IG, doesn't let me put music because of the copyright. Why do you use ma or mamas? Because that be my weakness. I think everybody has their thing, like if they call you ma or mamas, could be their thing, like could be your thing. And if he calls you that, then there's nothing wrong with that. You like it. He's doing what you like. I see no issue, girl. All right, hold on. Let me go into the next question. Me and a guy that works in my building have been hooking up for the last few months. We haven't in a while, but I have to be worried he'll come back around asking for the cookie. Sorry, that's because I have multiple stuff popping up. Girl, you just need to avoid work. I wouldn't shit where you eat, because what if he's married? What if you're married? And then what if you guys like have a thing and then you guys stop and then it's just awkward at work, right? There's a lot of things that can go on. I would just avoid work. Like, I get it. That's somewhere you spend a lot of time, so you start building relationships with people you work with. But I would just avoid work areas, because I'm pretty sure it's going to lead to something not so great. Because most of the time, especially with these TikToks that you guys have been sending me, it ends up bad, right? It ends up awkward. Like, somebody might want to leave, quit. And especially like if you guys actually date and then separate, now you have to deal with this person at work. You have to see this person every day. Usually when you break up with an ex, you don't want to see them every day, and now you're stuck seeing them every day. That's messy, and feelings get hurt. Don't fuck with your coat. That's what I'm saying. Too messy. That's what I'm saying. That I know. Again, I know it's easy to get into some of these relationships at work, because again, you do spend all your time at work, so you naturally develop like coworker friendships and things like that. But doing it's just a lot of work. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. What's up, Big Sexy? What up, David? How are you? What's up, bro? Yeah, it's just a lot of like, I would just avoid the workplace, because now you don't have to deal with these things like at work, right? So, all right, so let's go into the next question. Sorry if I'm missing your guys' comments and stuff like that, mainly because I'm trying to focus on this. And it sucks I wasn't able to go live on TikTok too, because I am suspended until September 5th. What's today? September 1st. Yeah. All right. Threesome. Any advice? 2 girls, 1 guy. It will be my first time. I'm excited, but also I'm super nervous. I've never been with a girl before. The guy I've slept with many times. I'm 40 and single, and I'm saying, F it. There's nothing wrong with that, girl. Like, if you're excited to do it, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, get out there, do your thing. Like, have fun. Just make sure you protect yourself, and just have, like, if that's something you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. Then do it. Especially right now, since you're single and you can do these things. Because what if you get in a relationship and the person you're with doesn't like to do this? You know what I mean? So if you're super excited, then go for it. I'm happy for you. Get out there, but at the end of the day, just make sure you're protected. You're Make sure you're not getting anything from these people, because what if they've had multiple partners and now you're intermixing all these juices at the same time, and it could lead to, you know what I mean, like it could lead to a lot of things. At the end of the day, you don't want to catch something from somebody just because you were out trying to have fun. But I'm not saying don't have fun. Life is short, ride the pony. I've been seeing a guy for about a month and he wants to inside, and I told him no because I want to risk it, but he said he's okay with it. Then keeps bringing it. Oh, girl, no. It's what did that one girl? Somebody came on here and someone said it was the breeding fetish. Like it could be that too, but it's also like that shit is hot. Like finishing inside somebody. So maybe like if that's something that you want to do for him later on, maybe protecting yourself somehow, like getting on some sort of birth control, letting him finish inside you with like a glove on or something like that. There's a bunch of different ways, but if you're not comfortable with it, he should respect that and not feel and not pressure you into doing it. And you have to be careful too, because well, birth control, you can do birth control too, but you also have to be careful because he may be asking you now, but he might just do it later on. You never know. All these random pregnancies and things like that. So, and even I remember I have a buddy back in Idaho. His girl was on that. What is it? The IUD. And you know how it's like 99% effective. His girl got pregnant not once, but twice while she had that. So again, it's a risk you're willing. He was that 1%. Where did you get your hat? I really like it. So I got this one from Hat Club. I like it too. Like it has like the logo on the side. This one, the snap in the back. So I really like this, and it has the red underbrim. So I really like that. Really goes with the Sucios AZ vibe. You know the vibes. All right, hold on. My ex told me he didn't want to marry me because my kids are not his. He's my ex. Oh yeah. Oh no. Like, and that's something you need to make clear in the beginning, because imagine wasting a lot of time with this person knowing that he's not going to stick around because he doesn't want to take care of your kids, doesn't want your kids, or things like that. So that's something you definitely need to bring up and like figure out where he sits on that, because and if you just want to have a good time with him, then have a good time. But like if you're looking for somebody serious and someone that you're looking to have a relationship with, this is probably not the guy. Mainly because he doesn't want to take care of your kids. And hopefully, like, imagine he has kids, but he's like that. And some guys are like that. They don't want the girl to have kids, but it's okay that they have kids, right? Double standard. I know. I just think it's weird when he wants to finish inside after knowing you only a month. That's true. Again, like, the only reason I'm saying is I get him is because that shit is hot, right? Like, I like it. But again, like, if the person you're with is not comfortable with it or wants to wait, if he's really being pushy about it, that's kind of weird. It's probably going to get to the point where he accidentally did it, right? And, so you just got to be careful, girl. Like, now you know that he's pushing for this. Maybe do what you need to do to prevent any accidents, meaning like babies. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me go into the next question. Two others. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, Brianna. Okay. Hold on. Let me go to the next question. I'll just see what the comments were saying real quick. If a guy tells you he wants to have sexy with you with passion, or that he wants to make you his, do you think he might like the girl? Also, we already had S in the past, and we text and sex in the past. We had a video call doing stuff. Does he wants to have? If a guy tells you he wants to, if he's straight up with that, just wants to be intimate with you, could be that's all he wants. Like, I'm just saying that could be all he wants, because if he's just like, hey, like this, if this dude is actually not trying to get to know the person, meaning like trying to like add some substance to the conversation, trying to get to know you, trying to, connect on that level and just hang out besides hooking up, then it kind of sounds like that's all he wants. Like, I'm just saying. But I don't really understand the question. Like, are you afraid to like move forward. Like if you're afraid that he's messaging other girls like that, then red flag. Just because you did something with him before in the past doesn't mean that he's not gonna try to do it with both of you guys too. So there's that too. So all right, next question. Been with my guy for 8 years, and I can confirm that communication is key to have a great S life with your partner. First time we had S, we did everything. So to say all my holes were filled, that night I fell in love with the D for life. See, and I'm telling you, like when you can connect with somebody on like a level like that where you guys are both like to be spicy, trust me, and wanting to try new things, like I'm telling you, that relationship is gonna last longer than most. And that's just how you keep it interesting, because there's a lot of people right now who aren't having being intimate with their partner, or it's more like of a chore. If it feels like if it's a chore or you're not enjoying it, it's gonna get boring after a while. So that's why, like, if you find somebody that matches your freak thing, try. I mean, I'm not saying like accept all the other red flags, right? But you should be happy that you have somebody that's a freak and likes to try different things, likes to do different things. Because trust me, like I'm sure a lot of you sucias on here will say that some guys are not like that. They're just super vanilla. They want theirs, and then that's it. Like they just worry about themselves instead of like focusing on the experience and trying to have like an experience enjoyable for everybody. So, I'm happy for you, girl, that you found someone that was able to fill all your holes. That's music to my ears. It's like writing a love poem. All right, let me get into the next question. Curious, is unattractive to be a lighter skinned female but darker downstairs? Do men expect all one skin tone? Asking for a friend. By a friend, I'm pretty sure you're talking about yourself. Okay. I don't think so. Because if you're already to that point of hooking up, he's not gonna be like, oh, different color, back up. You know what I mean? Like, no. Most guys don't care. And if he cares, that's not the guy for you. You shouldn't be insecure because that's how you're made. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can do about it. You can't just be like, sorry. Same thing goes with like short kings. Like they're short. Like there's nothing they can do about it. They just have to accept it. And but I've never had an issue with that. I've never had. How we had the question. I think it was last time I did the live. They were talking about the longer lips down there. Not an issue. Again, maybe some guys do have an issue and they'll vocalize it. And the reason it stuck out to you, maybe you saw a video or something like that stuck out because that you can relate to it, But is he talking for all men? Absolutely not. And when I do these videos, I'm talking for most men. I'm talking based off my experiences, other people's experience that I've seen, and it could be, people are different. All guys are different. I'm saying it's not an issue. Never been an issue. Some guys might be like, yeah, that's a no for me, dog. And that's okay. Like, that's what they do. That's what they like. Can't you bleach it like the P-stars? I don't know. To be honest, can you bleach it? Let me ask the chat. But I don't know if you can bleach it. I've never looked into it. It never even crossed my mind to look into bleaching. I just joined in and you said my name and now I'll never be the same. What's up, Brianna? So bleaching might be an option. I don't know. But for the most part, it doesn't bug people. You know how there's also the mom pooch question, like where girls get insecure about the mom pooch. I always say it's great for higher RPMs. You grab a handful, you go to town, you do your thing, because that's more lever. You're able to hold and you're able to move a lot more. That's what I say. But it's never been an issue to me to be like, oh shit, mom pooch, get away from me. No. But if it's something that does bug you and you're really insecure about it, get it fixed. Like at the end of the day, like I personally want a girl who's confident and sexy. Like whatever we got to do to make you feel confident and sexy, then if that's gonna be it, then let's do it. Let's make it happen. I'm not gonna be like, no, babe, you look fine. Like just leave. No. If it's gonna help you feel like, I want that confidence, girl. I want you to be like, what's up, and if we need to do that, then we need to do that. Please don't hold my mom pooch, girl. At that point, you won't even care. Okay, at that point you'll enjoy the elevated RPMs that you'll be like, you can hold that mom pooch. I'm good. Yeah, I like it. I like it here. Let's keep doing it. All right, let me get into the next question. I met this guy, really interesting in messages. We smashed less than a minute. Didn't do shit. Said he was nervous. Give him 3 more chances. Same shit. Should I keep answering his messages and talk about it and that's it? I mean, hold on, let me tear you down. How many chances are you going to give him? Like, do you have an amount? Because obviously, let's look at the pattern here. You gave him 3 chances. All 3 chances, like, you can't even listen to, like, most songs are not even that, like, just about 3 minutes. Like, that's it. And if it's not enjoyable, like, what makes you think on the 4th time it's going to be completely amazing? Everything's going to change. He just has work to do, meaning, like, if he's finishing super quick, he needs to figure out how to slow it down, how to, like, think about something different. You know what I mean? Like, there's different ways to kind of, like, bring it down. It's not like, and especially some guys don't realize that being intimate the whole experience doesn't mean just penetrating. Like, there's touching, there's kissing, there's like all sorts of stuff you can do. It's not all just penetration. Like, and I think some guys don't realize that. It's more about the experience. Like, if you can give a girl a great experience, and you don't have, it'll help you slow down. It'll help you slow down because, like, say you go down on her, say you do something different, say you're touching her, kissing her, like doing all this other stuff for her. It's just gonna make the experience a lot better, and you didn't last a minute. So, like, if some of these fellas last a minute, they just need to slow it down a little bit. Like, slow it down. Like, no need to be in a hurry. Why are you in a hurry? Like, why are we in a hurry here? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you gave him 3 chances. I would say trust your gut feeling, and if your gut feeling says, then he gotta go. Nah, don't need a minute, man. I'm about a man holding my mom pooch. See, she knows. You grab onto it, RPMs through the roof. You know what I mean? Girl, we ain't the same. Grab me by the mom pooch, baby girl. See, that's what I'm saying. People want grab mom pooches matter. Okay, they matter. Great for RPMs. I don't care what you say. All right, let me get into the next question. I've been talking to this guy for 5 months, and we had S, and everything is good. But when I say we shouldn't, when I say we should be more, he states that he can't because I deserve better than. Oh my god, can offer me. But when I cut him off, continues to look for me and says he doesn't want to stop talking to me and be friends. I don't know what to do, girl. That man just wants to hook up. He doesn't want nothing serious with you. He like. Clearly, he's just there to hook up, and he's trying to keep you around as long as he can until, like, you completely cut him off. So if you're looking for somebody serious, this person is not it, because all he's caring about is hooking up, not looking to be in a serious relationship with you, and especially when he's like, oh, let's just be friends, but let's keep hooking up. Come on, girl. If you just want to have fun, then there's nothing wrong with that. Go have fun. Do your thing. But if you're looking for something serious, I don't think this person is the person because, again, he's only there to hook up, and that's it. Like, you can clearly tell by the message that he's there, and you've been, like, already thinking about it, and it got you to the point where you had to ask this question. And I'm sure you've asked other people a question too, but just based off what you said, he's not looking to hook up or looking to move past the situationship that you guys have. He's just there having a good time, and as soon as you cut him off completely off of that, he probably won't even message you anymore. Or, like, you'll get upset, like, be like, "What's wrong?" Or maybe try to breadcrumb you a little bit more. That way, you hook up with him. So, just like Alma said, what was it say? Something about the streets. He's on some BS. Let the streets have. See, that's what I'm saying. So, all right. So let me go into the next question. Did I mention I don't know his name or much about him? Says he's best. I don't know. Although I have. Oh, this is part 2 of that. He is everything I want in a man except the fact that he doesn't want to. Girl, you just made it even worse. You just solidified what I was talking about. You don't know much about him because why? He's not trying to get to know you on a deeper level. He's not trying to add substance to your guys' communication. He's not doing none of that. He's clearly there to hook up. Like, and I get it. Like sometimes when you're in it like that, you think that there might be more. That's why I don't like to say, oh, you're dumb. No, because you're not. When you want that to work, because obviously you said that you like everything about him except the part that he doesn't want a title. But him not wanting a title is him basically saying, without even him having to say that he's not looking to be in a relationship with you. But of course, let's just be friends and let's keep hooking up. What do you think he wants? This man just wants to hook up. That's all he wants. So, especially if you don't know much about him, it clearly, I think you said you were talking to him for like 5 months and you don't know much about him. 5 months is a lot of time. You should have known a lot more. And you didn't know I think you said you didn't know his last name too? Girl. I've broken 2 vibrators and I'm really wet all the time. My BF is studying to be a nurse, so I hardly see him and it sucks when it's not the same. How can I get my man to F me more without getting in the way of his studies? P.S. We don't live together. Now, kind of sounds like he's broken, or he's getting it somewhere else, because that's like one of the best stress relievers. Like when you're all you got all this stuff going on, you're stressed out about this and that. Like you go want to be intimate, release some stress, exchange those energies. And if he doesn't want to do that, I think that's kind of a problem. And you having to, I get it. A lot of people are focused on what they're doing, like their careers and stuff like that, but really lacking in being intimate with your partner, that's how, 1, people get separated, and 2, it could be that he's getting it somewhere else and he's just using the work that he's doing as an excuse, because guys have done that where they just be like, I'm just super busy right now. But low key, he's like with one of his what's it called, colleagues, and they're hooking up. You just never know. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying it's a possibility, because in this world, there's a lot of things that are possibilities, and that's one of them. So, and just bring it up, the conversation. Be like, yo, I get you're going through this. I get you're doing all this, but he also has to pay attention to you. Like, you have your needs too, Work wife, damn girl, too. I'm thinking it's more, maybe there could be somebody else. Maybe. I don't know why I get that kind of feeling, because why wouldn't he want to hook up with you? Like, that's just something, like, you're stressed out, a lot of things going on. Why wouldn't he want to hook up with you? Like, that's a good stress reliever, if you ask me. I don't know. So, what do you guys think? See, yup, work or hobby has an excuse, when in reality he's effing somebody else. Yep, work wife. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. All right, hold on. Let me get into the next one. Also, by the way, new episode coming out tomorrow. 10 ways to navigate today's dating age. If you haven't followed me on Telegram, definitely follow me over there. That's where I got the idea from, just because I like to know. Of course, I have my topics that I like to do and things like that. But I like to ask, if there's something I really didn't cover or I haven't really covered a lot in, I ask over there. Join the Telegram. Link is in the bio. Definitely go over there. It's a safe space to speak, to talk and get to know some of these sucias. And it's a good time. It's a good time over there. And you can ask them. There's some of them in here. I legit went over there and I asked, what should I do this podcast episode? And someone gave me ways of, I think it was Maggie, ways of navigating today's dating age. So that's going to be tomorrow's episode. All right, hold on. Let me get into the next question. All right. Why most men only want to have S with me or make comments like, you out of my league? Oh, no, girl. When they say, to me, I feel like that's an excuse. Like, saying, "Oh, you're too good for me. Like I'm not enough for you. Like this and that." Sometimes I feel like, what's the app? Telegram. Sometimes I feel like that's an excuse. That's a cop out to be like, "You're too good for me." That way, like we don't have to do this, or like if I just ghost you or something, like they're gonna blame something else. They're never gonna be like, "I'm not really feeling this," like, but I still wanna. Maybe if we're hooking up, let's keep hooking up. Those type of vibes. But I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think on that one? Sorry, I got a weird tickle in my throat, and I'm over here trying not to cough. All right, next question. How do you feel about sharing a wife? My husband says he wants to watch another man f me and me go down on another guy, but it feels like a test. I mean, it could be a test, but it also could be a fetish of his, because I've learned after doing these videos for a while now that guys like to watch their girl get plowed by another dude. Is that me? Hell no. I would never want to see that. But some guys get off on that. Like, remember, what's his name? Adam22 off No Jumper, how he had that other dude just like hook up with his wife? It's a no for me, dog. Some guys get off on that. And if you're comfortable, you run the risk, because we all saw somebody did that. And I remember the TikTok. I just don't remember when I posted it. She said that she enjoyed hooking up with this person now more than, I don't know if it was her boyfriend or husband. So you see how like that shit can happen? Like, what if you start catching feelings for this person because they're more passionate, or there's something, or you're just not really feeling your husband or boyfriend anymore, and like this person comes and actually does things to you. Like, there's a lot of things that can go on. It sounds kind of messy to me, to be honest. And I would never want to see another man hook up with whoever I'm with. Like, that's a no for me. That's a no for me, dog. Like, and I have been asked to be in, which was weird. I definitely had a pass on that. Like, I got asked to, like, if I would be with her and her husband, like, was okay with it, and that shit was weird. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I talked about it before. Like, what if he's just like, it'd just be weird. Like, you hooking up with a girl and the dude's watching you over here, and like, you're just like, is he mad? Like, what's going on here? Like, I feel kind of awkward because he's playing with himself, and I'm over here hooking up with this girl. Like, if I slap her, is he gonna get mad because I slapped her? Did I slap her too? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. That's a no for me, dog. I would not. I'm not comfortable with that. Like, being on that end. You know, that shit's just weird. I had to say, it's a no for me, dog. But if you're comfortable and you want to do it, then shit, go for it. Like, there's nothing wrong. At the end of the day, you're an adult. You can make your own choices. What does it mean when you link with someone but delete you after, then hits you up again? Is he into you or no? He's not into you, girl. Like, hold on. If you guys link and you guys hooked up, that's probably all he wanted. But then, like, then he deletes you after, right? Because he was like, this is all I wanted. Move on past. But now he's just like getting the itch to come back. So he's like, hey, long time no see. Where you been at? Sorry, I had to go X, Y, and Z. Nah, BS. If you let him come back and keep doing the same thing, he's going to keep doing that. He's going to come back, delete you again, take off. And then if he comes back and you take him back again, you hook up. No. He had his chance before he deleted you. Like, now that he moved on, like, he did that, you should be like, nah, I have a little bit more self-respect for myself. That shit ain't happening. I let you get away with it one time. You know, what do they say? Like, fuck, I forgot how the saying goes. I need to, like, look these up sometime. But I have, like, so much shit going on through my head all at once. Like, all this shit, I get confused sometimes. But, yeah, definitely next. Why do men call you when they're drunk? Now, it's funny how people talk about, like, oh, if they call you when they're drunk, they're telling you their real feelings. Yeah, but it also could mean that they're, like, super turned on and they want to hook up with somebody, so they're going to lie to you and tell you a bunch of BS. That too. You know, it's... it's tough to say because I don't know the person. Like maybe yeah, he did message you drunk and because he feels a certain type of way and now he's all in his feelings and things like that. But what if he's like now he's drunk? What if he's hitting up a bunch of different girls and seeing which one answers because now he's lit. He's trying to get some from somebody. So he's just like messaging you or calling you, being like, hey, I love you, girl, like this and that. So it just, you don't know because I've seen both, you know, when people drunk call for, because they actually feel that way, or when people drunk call because they're just trying to hook up, right? They're just trying to get something from you. So it's really hard to say. I can't say, oh, it's this. And that's the crazy part about dating, just all of this, right? Because you don't know. Like, there's no right or wrong answer. So, all right, let me get into the next question. How do you keep a positive attitude during difficult times? I feel like I'm drowning. Now, I'm glad this question came up just because I did, like my buddy, his son ended up taking his own life just because, you know, I don't know what was going on, but there's always the light. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. It's not bad forever. Like, we all go through our ups and downs, you know, and then when you're down, just know that there's an upside. I've been down, you know, but just working at it and working on myself, I know eventually things are gonna start going up, right? I know sometimes it feels like you're drowning. It feels like this is it, but it's never it. Like, always talk to somebody. There's somebody you can talk to. Trust me. Like, if you have even the slightest thoughts of like hurting yourself, talk to somebody. Call somebody. Now, those are not normal, and just know that there are people out there to help you, and things are only temporary. Like, you could, if you put in the work and do what you need to do, take the steps that you need to take, you can get out of situations. Like, trust me, you can get out of it. Just calling it quits and like saying that's it, that's the worst way you can do it, because that's not the right way. Talk to people. I'm sure your friends, family, and if you feel like you don't want to go to them because it's a little embarrassing, pay somebody. Like, that's what they're there to do, is to help you, you know. But they obviously have to make a living too. They can't just go around helping people for free. That's why you pay them, you know, for like whatever you do. Like, you get paid to do that. They get paid to help provide the service of helping you. So never be afraid to pay for therapy, counseling, none of that, because that's their job and they're there to help you. So again, there's always an out. It may feel like you're drowning right now, but trust me, like, you can get out of this. Just reach out to somebody. All right, hold on. Next question. My baby daddy says he doesn't want to be together anymore, not even hooking up, but he still tracks what I do and makes comments about if I'm dating, and we talk all the time. Is there a chance he wants to work it out? Absolutely not. What he's doing is he's keeping tabs on you. That's what he's doing. He's making sure, because it's okay for him to go date, mess around with other girls. But what he doesn't want you, like, I think it would hurt his ego, his soul, if he knew that you were being intimate with somebody else. So that's why he's like tracking what you're doing, where you're at, like this is and that. Like, he could have your location turned on, like making sure. You don't know if he's driving by. You don't know if he's like checking up on you those ways. To me, it sounds like he just doesn't want you to move on. But he wants you right there, just right there, making sure no other guy touches you, make sure. But it's okay. It's okay for him to go and do his things, because I'm sure you're not tracking and doing, like, following him around or anything like that. That's a huge red flag right there, and you need to cut that off. Like, if you guys aren't together, you guys aren't together. Okay? No, none of that, like, we're still talking, this and that. Like, because to me, based off that, it feels like he's breadcrumbing you. That way you feel like there's some sort of hope. But there isn't, girl. Like, he just breadcrumbing you. He's just bringing you along until, like, because he doesn't want nobody else to be with you. For example, I talked about it before. Like, one of the reasons I didn't leave an ex before was because I think it was more of my ego, right? Just the thought of her being intimate with another person, I was just like, nah, dog. That's a no for me, dog. You know, So, but I never was like, after we broke up, and that was it. But I was never controlling or anything like that. So maybe he's in that same headspace that he's like, no, no other guy is going to ever touch you. That's on me. Like, I'm gonna go do my thing, but you're not. Like, you're gonna stay right here. So, definitely a red flag there. All right, next question. Oh, already answered that one. Sorry, I forgot to delete it. Oh, answered that one too. Sorry, I need to delete these. How do you tell a guy you want to hook up more without him without him thinking you want a relationship with him? Girl, you need to be straight up honest with him. Like, if you're just looking to have a good time, tell that man you're just looking to have a good time, because maybe that's all he wants too. Like, hey, be like, hey, I'm just trying to have fun. Or if he's not giving you enough, find somebody different. Like, that's gonna be hooking up. But just be clear on what is going on, because that you're just there for a good time. You're not looking to be in a relationship. That way he knows where you're at, and maybe he's on the same page. But it's also difficult having your friends with benefit, because if you tell him that, he could be like, yeah, that's all I want too. But then in reality, he's actually looking for somebody. So he starts to catch feelings, wants to take you out on a date, wants to hang out, wants to do boyfriend stuff. And then you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I thought we agreed. So tell the person you're with right now, you're just looking at, you have needs, and you hope that he can fulfill that and fulfill it more often. And if not, finding somebody different. But again, friends with benefits, like having somebody who's a friends with benefits for a long time, somebody's got to catch feelings. I'll tell you that. All right, next question. Tried to be intimate with a man twice. Both times she got soft. What? Hold on. He got soft as he answered me. I've been seeing him for a long time. I like him more than usual. However, I also like S intercourse, specifically if he makes sure I finish, just not from S. Down the road, is this an issue? So if he's having issues, girl, he needs to go, like, it could be drugs. There's a lot of factors. There's not just one answer, right? There's a lot of factors. Testosterone could be low, on some sort of drugs, not stimulated enough. Like, there's a lot of things. At the end of the day, like, you just need to have that open conversation. There's no real way to make, like, a safe space. Like, hey, this is a safe space. And just going to get his shit checked, like getting his levels checked, testosterone checked, or maybe he's on some sort of drugs, like, because that shit can, especially if he's heavy on that dolphin dandruff, you know what I mean? Like, he could cause issues too. So again, there's a bunch of different reasons why, not one specifically. It just, you have to have open communication with your person. All right, hold on. Next question. Get the honey back. I've been with my man for over 20 years. He has a big one, but comes fast all the time. He never gives me attention or affection. I'm so emotionally drained by him. I don't know what else to do to make him feel like he makes him feel so unwanted and undesirable. Lately, I found he buys content and denies it to the fullest. Now, 20 years is a long time, girl. And just because he's buying content doesn't mean he's, like, not trying to seek it somewhere else. Like, you guys need to fix this fast, because obviously the relationship is going down the drain. And that's what happens when people start being fun, being intimate. Sometimes it takes a huge hit on the relationship because you guys aren't connecting on that level anymore. And so this is why maybe potentially some counseling, some therapy, talking to him and being like, yo, this is what I need, and if you can't give it to me, I might have to go find it somewhere else. Because again, think about it, girl. We're only here for a short amount of time, and we're gonna only be intimate for a shorter amount of that time. Are you going to just, like, sacrifice and not go through that, or are you just gonna be like, you know what, like, we had our run? Because people grow. For example, 20-year-old Edgar is not the same as 36-year-old Edgar. Like, I'm completely different. And so that's because people grow and evolve and change. And sometimes you grow, change, and evolve. Like, one person does and one person stays the same. And, like, the relationship just doesn't work anymore. Right? So that could be happening. And it kind of sounds like there's no spice there anymore. Obviously, if he's not trying to be intimate with you, like you feel unwanted and undesired, and that's how people step out of the relationship. Meaning, like the moment another guy gives you a little bit of attention, wants you a little bit, flirts with you a little bit, you're gonna be like, I like these feelings. I like these feelings. She's getting a little moist down there. She's starting to tingle again. She's starting to purr again. And then you're gonna be like, I like this feeling. I like her purring. And then you're gonna be like, I'm gonna give this guy a little bit more attention because he's making her purr. And then they eventually it could lead to, stepping out of the relationship because this guy's giving you this attention. And if you would have left this relationship because it wasn't working out, like you could go and be doing this stuff, like no issue, right? So like that's why it gets complex. Like it's no right way. Some people like, no, you never get divorced. So you'd rather be in a relationship that you're not wanted, undesired, no spiciness. Like, so you're telling this person to suffer through life? Nah. So, like if I would not want to be in that type of relationship where there's just not that attraction anymore, right? And I hope you guys see that, and like also like if you're stuck in that type of situation too, you're just like, you know what, like again, we're here for a short amount of time, being intimate for a shorter amount of that time, and you're spending it with this person who's not doing things for you. And there's somebody out there who's gonna freaking throw you around, destroy it, tear it up, make it purr, make it moist, you know what I mean? Like, but you're dealing with this dude hoping that he changes, and he doesn't change. So at the end of the day, you're an adult. You can make a decision. All right, hold on. Next question. I've hooked up with my boss and here and there, but always plays hard to get. I don't know if he really finds me attractive or he gives me mixed emotions. What do I do, girl? This is what I think is going to happen. He's giving you mixed emotions because obviously he's just there to hook up. It's at work. It's going to get awkward. Imagine if it doesn't work out and you completely, like, you guys argue, you guys fight. What if he fires you because of that? Or what if it gets to the point where you feel like you can't be at work anymore and you quit, get a raise at least. See, you could do that. I mean, you could move your way up that way, but it's just super difficult. Like that one, I always say don't shit where you eat just because it can get messy real quick. Like also, do you know if he's not in a relationship right now? He's not married. What's going on at home? Maybe you only know the work version of him. So it could be a lot of things, That's why he's not looking to push it further than that, just like a hookup type of situation, because he got a wife at home that you don't know about, or a girl. So it can get real. I don't know why people don't listen to me. I get it. Again, when you are at work, you start building these relationships, attractions to some certain people. But it's so much easier. Like, just think about, hey, like, if this doesn't work, it's going to be awkward at work. It's going to be weird here, So I would just avoid that. Like, just avoid it. There's plenty of other guys. Like, why does it have to be somebody you work with? I'm just saying. Trust me, I've done it and it doesn't end well. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I've never seen it. Of course, sometimes maybe it does blossom into a relationship. There are those rare occasions, but for the most part. All right, hold on. Next question. What would cause a guy to go soft while in you? Is he cheating or not attracted anymore? We've been together 8 years and it just started happening. Again, that goes back to the previous question about that. It could be a bunch of different things. Maybe going to go get checked, adding things, making it more interesting, meaning like buying the honey, buying some pills to help him out, checking his levels, because if your testosterone goes down, obviously your sex drive goes down as well. There's a bunch of different things, like diet as well. Yes, Cherry, diet could be a big thing. Like, is he eating like shit? The best thing you can do is bring it up to him, communicate with him. It doesn't mean he's necessarily cheating. It just means that something might be going on there. Yeah, I'm just saying. So if you really just having that communication with them at the end of the day, and then seeing like what you guys can do from there, and just almost be like, hey, like I'm trying to be intimate with you. I'm trying to do all this stuff with you. Like, let's go and figure out what's going on. Maybe your testosterone is down. Like, maybe it is. There's a lot of guys, especially with all the shit that people throw in these foods, the processed foods and stuff like that. Like, it fucks up your system, right? So, all right, next question. I like going down on my boyfriend. I like to hear him moan and all, but I get the oof when he goes down on me. What should I do? You might not be doing it right, girl. Because if you're not enjoying it, he's doing something wrong. And maybe a little bit of coaching can go a long way. You know what I mean? Like, tell him, hey, like, I really love it when you do this. In reality, like, he's never done that, but you can just say it that way, right? Because I think that's how coaching him a little bit. Because if you straight up tell him that he sucks, he probably, like, you destroy his ego. So it just totally depends, you know? Totally depends. Just having that communication with him, because obviously you should enjoy it as well. It shouldn't just be one-sided. And if that's the only way he's gonna learn too, is like if you, hey, do this. Keep doing that right there. Oh, do this, do that. What happens when coaching doesn't work? Eat broken. And if you want somebody who does a great job doing that, obviously it's not him, and he's not willing to learn, willing to change so you might have to find something different, because if he's not coachable, you got yourself a dud there, buddy. But anyways, I'm actually gonna hop off. I was only gonna jump for an hour. I might try to finish. There's only a few left. I might try to finish these on tomorrow's live. Every Monday and Wednesday, I do go live and answer these questions for you. So, and if you guys missed most of this live or the previous lives where I answered this, they're on my YouTube, and I do the questions live once a month. Like, I'll go through and ask the questions, and then you guys can add, or like put the anonymous question thing up. You guys ask questions, and then we'll sit here and do this, just because you get my reactions real time, and then also like the comments, which is great. So if you guys want to, I'll finish the questions. There's only like 10 questions left, and I'll finish those tomorrow's live, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when I go live. I wish I could go live earlier. I got a lot of things to do, but I want to make it a priority for you guys, like for me to go live for you guys. So tomorrow's episode, podcast, definitely check it out. Should be out bright and early. Top 10 ways to navigate today's dating age, which is going to be a great episode too. So anyways, thank you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.